presenting the adventures of Jungle Jim. Last week, Jungle Jim notified the hotel manager of the mysterious shooting of the Chinese messenger Lo Tung and assured him that if the authorities had any questions, they could find him at his camp just outside the town. As Jim neared his camp, an airplane roared over his head and landed close to his tent. When he reached it, Shanghai Lil, dressed in flying togs, was waiting to talk to him. The thrilling adventures of Jungle Jim are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And now we continue our story. Patrick O'Shaughnessy Flynn is just about to close up his cafe for the night when the door opens and a police lieutenant enters.
Good evening, Flynn.
Ah, Lieutenant. I wish you the same. And what can I be serving you with?
Nothing but some information. This visit is in the line of duty.
Is it now? And what laws have I been accused of breaking, if I may be so bold as to ask?
Have you been here in your cafe all evening?
Most of it, sir.
Now tell me exactly how you spent this evening.
Well, let's see now. Do you want me to start before me supper, with me supper, or after I ate it?
Oh, after supper will do.
Then after supper it'll be. As soon as I'd finished, I filled up me darling clay pipe here, and I started to polish up me glasses until I should get some customers. I tell you, Lieutenant, you've no idea the amount of work it is to keep these here glasses all shined and...
Oh, well, never mind that. You polish the glasses, then what?
Whilst I was working away and sort of totally owling to myself, the door opens. And who should come in but me old friend Jungle Jim Bradley.
Now we're getting somewhere. Be careful now and tell me exactly what conversation took place between you and Bradley.
Yes, sir. We greets each other and passes the time of day like, and then Jim, he asked me if I have any mail for him. I says no, I hadn't, and then I suddenly remembers the letter little lemon-faced Lo Tung left for him.
Oh, so you knew something about the Chinese.
Oh, I only knew that he hung around me cafe for a couple of days without saying anything, but give me a small beer, please.
What was this letter you say he left for Bradley?
I'm coming to that, sir. You see, I tried to get a message for Jim out of him. He said he'd been told he could meet Jim here and that he couldn't give me the message.
But he left it in a letter for Jungle Jim.
That's what I thought, too, sir, until Jim reads the letter out to me.
Now, what do you mean by that, Flynn?
The letter was as ununderstandable as the talk of the little yellow fella.
Why? Was it in Chinese?
No, sir. It was spelled out in the King's English right enough. But it didn't give us no more hint as to what he was doing around here than we knew before.
Why? What did it say?
The note told Jim it was terrible important for him to meet Lo Tung at his room in the hotel. And Jim was to make sure he wasn't followed.
So the two of you went to the hotel to meet the Chinese. That's why you weren't here all evening.
Yes and no.
Now explain yourself, Flynn.
That I was at the hotel for a few minutes, yes. But that the two of us went to meet the Chinese, no. Jim went by himself.
When did you go?
Well, after he had been gone a little time, I gets to thinking. I says to myself, Patrick O'Shaughnessy, suppose Jungle Jim's walking into a trap. That letter asked him to make sure he wasn't followed, and so...
And so you went up to the hotel. Did you go straight to the room of Lo Tung?
I did that.
Did you hear anything out of the ordinary as you approached it?
In a manner of speaking, I did, sir.
You heard angry voices?
I did not. It was a shot I heard, just as I reached the top of the stairs.
When you got to the room, was the door locked or unlocked?
Let me see. I knocked and hollered, all right, Jim. And then Jim, he hollered out he was, and for me to wait a minute.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. Bradley asked you to wait a minute, did he? Why?
Why, because he had to come to the door to let me in. I remember now. Jim unlocked it and let me in. Then he locked it again.
I see. How long a time elapsed between the time Bradley answered you and he opened the door?
Oh, sure, it was only a bit of a minute, sir. Why, you ain't thinking...
Well, never mind what I'm thinking. What happened after you entered the room?
I nearly jumped out of me skin to see the Chinese, Lord have mercy on him, lying flat on his back on the floor in the blood stain in his nice white Panama suit.
Did you ask Bradley what had happened?
I did that. Them was me first words. And he said whilst they was talking, a shot come through the window and struck the yellow fella.
Why was the door locked during the interview?
As near as I can make out, Lieutenant, the Chinese was mortal afraid of someone. Jim said before they started to talk at all, the Oriental looks out in the hall and then locks the door.
What was the subject of this interview?
Well, you see, won't you be having a drop of something, Lieutenant?
No, not while I am on official business. Answer me. What was the subject of this interview?
Well, it seems they didn't rightly get around to the subject, sir. It was an opening skirmish like. Neither had seen the other before, mind you, and each was sizing the other up a bit before divulging too much, if you know what I mean.
Yes, of course.
Tis glad I am to hear that, sir.
Now, Flynn, did you examine the body of Lo Tung?
I did not, but Jim did.
Did he open the dead man's shirt?
No. There was no need. Jim felt no heartbeats and saw his eyes were staring, and then he called the manager, Bill Wyman.
But neither of you opened the dead man's shirt.
No, sir.
Sure about that?
I'll take me oath on it.
Then how did that purple triangle get stamped over his heart?
Purple triangle?
Yes.
Faith, I never saw a purple triangle in me life, much less on a heathen Chinese chest.
Well, there was one there when we examined him after you and your vagabond friend left.
You don't say.
I do say. And I'll say something else. You'd better stay pretty close to town for a while, Flynn. There may be some further questions we'd like to ask you after we talk to Jungle Jim Bradley.
Flynn.
What's up, Bill?
Lieutenant.
What's the matter, Mr. Wyman?
Both of you, come up to the hotel quickly. Lily DeVrille's native boy, Mamba, is running amok.
Meanwhile, the little motorboat of the Reverend Chalmers makes its way down the river toward Burawani.
Are you all right, Dad?
Yes, my dear. I'm all right.
I'll steer the boat now if you'd like me to.
No, I think I can hang on a while longer, Lynn, thanks.
I wish there was something I could do for you, Dad. Is the pain any better?
No. It's about the same. Lynn, dear, if anything should happen to me, promise me that you'll go directly to your mother. You won't hang about Burawani.
Oh, Dad, nothing must happen to you. You've got to be all right. You've just got to.
The Lord's will be done, my dear. If he says come home, I can but obey his last command, as I've obeyed his first. Go thou and preach my gospel to all nations.
What's the matter, Dad? Why did you twist up like that?
Just a sort of twinge, dear. I'm all right now, Lynn.
Oh, I'm so worried about you. Hadn't you better lie down and let me steer?
No, dear. You aren't familiar with the river as I am, and heaven knows I'm no expert. I'm hoping to last until we get to Burawani. But, dear, you haven't given me your promise if anything should happen. If the final call comes to me, you will go directly to your mother in Shanghai.
If you leave me, Dad, I'll go back to Mother.
That's a good girl. That's my daughter.
I know what you're thinking. That I'd throw myself at Jungle Jim. Well, I won't. I may love him, but I've got some pride, Dad.
I'm sure you have. If Jim should find himself in love with you, my dear, I'll not deny. It would give me great pleasure to give you both my blessing and to call Jim son. But I know you've too much dignity and pride to attempt to bring that about.
Don't worry. If Jim were the last man on earth, he'd have to do the proposing as far as I'm concerned.
Good. Let me see that map for a moment.
Here it is.
Yes, now, here we are. And there's Crocodile Bay over there. See the water, foaming with lashing tails? Well, I'm glad to get past this place with our engine going full speed.
So am I. And I'm glad there's a moon so we can see our course.
Yes, my dear. We'll need all its beams to guide us through the channel among the submerged rocks. How's the petrol holding out?
Half full, Dad. How far are we from the channel you were speaking of?
Round the next bend, Lynn. The river straightens out for a stretch. There'll be a rocky point on either side of us, forming a sort of gateway. When we pass between those points, we'll be entering the channel.
Then we ought to be almost at Burawani.
No, the channel marks the halfway of our journey.
Then hadn't I better relieve you for a while, Dad? You've never left the rudder since we started.
No. I'll be all right, my dear. We're coming to the bend. Here we go round the bend. And there, straight ahead on the rocky points. See them, Lynn?
Yes, Dad.
Pray. Pray that we reach Burawani, Lynn.
Dad, what's the matter?
Take
Oh, Daddy! Daddy! Oh, dear Lord. If ever I needed thy help, I need it now. Please get me to Burawani so I can get Dad to a doctor. Amen.
Puzzled by the mysterious murder of the Chinese messenger Lo Tung, Jungle Jim has enough on his mind without being bothered by Shanghai Lil, whom he found waiting at his camp. So he stalks into his tent, and after lighting the lamp, gets out his favorite pipe. Lil follows him into the tent.
Well, you might ask a lady to sit down.
Sit down if you like.
You might be more gracious. But perhaps it's the surprise of seeing me here.
To say I'm surprised at finding you here would be putting it mildly. Well, what can I do for you now?
Oh, you can't do anything for me, Jim. This time I'm doing you a favor.
Don't make me laugh, Lil.
If you're going to laugh, do it while you can. I came to warn you, Jim. Your life is in great danger.
My life is usually in danger. What of it?
This is a special danger, Jim. I flew here to warn you because I love you.
Oh, I see. You're my danger.
Oh, joke if you want to, Jim, but you can't joke about this. I believe a Chinese was killed tonight while talking to you.
Why, how...
And telling you that you were wanted by the American consul at Shanghai. Isn't that true?
Yes. But how do you know all this?
I know more, Jim. I know that Lo Tung was about to suggest taking you to Shanghai.
Lily DeVril.
You were to die mysteriously on shipboard.
How could you possibly know all this?
I'll explain that later.
So it was all a frame-up. The American consul story was just a decoy to get me away.
No, the United States consul does want to see you, Jim, for an urgent reason. That much is true.
Say, what kind of a game is this? I think I'll write the consul at Shanghai and ask him to give me the straight dope.
Oh, there's not time enough for letters to get there and back, Jim. I'm telling you the truth. You're wanted by him, all right. You must leave at once. There's no time to be lost.
Why, the next boat for Shanghai won't leave for a week.
I know, but I'll take you there in my plane. The sooner we leave, the better.
You'll fly me to Shanghai?
Yes, Jim.
Say, is this another trick of yours?
This time I'm on the level. You know I love you.
I can't help remembering a few tricks you pulled in the past, Lil. This great love you say you have for me didn't stop you then. I don't see what difference it could make now.
Oh, I don't blame you for being suspicious, Jim. But I think I've made up for all the trouble and pain I've caused you.
How? By coming here with this warning? By offering to fly me to Shanghai?
Partly. But for a greater reason than either of these.
Well, what's this great atonement of yours, Lil?
I think it will prove I'm on the level. And it will explain how I know what happened tonight.
Well?
Jim, Lo Tung was shot at my request.
Will Jungle Jim fly with Lily DeVril to the American consul at Shanghai? The exciting adventures you have just heard dramatized are pictured in full-color action pictures in the current issue of the Comic Weekly, the big Comic Weekly distributed with your Hearst Sunday newspaper everywhere. A new feature is now presented each week. It is called Heroes of American History and picturizes the careers of great men and women in the story of our country. There is also all of the famous characters who live in the world of color pictures, bringing up Father, Skippy, the Little King, Barney Google, the Katzenjammer Kids, and many, many others. Don't forget our date next week, same time, same station, for a continuation of the adventures of Jungle Jim. presenting the adventures of Jungle Jim. Last week, the police started their investigation of the mysterious shooting of the Chinese messenger Lo Tung by questioning Patrick O'Shaughnessy Flynn as to how he had spent the evening when the crime was committed. At the same time, in Jungle Jim's tent at his camp outside the town, Shanghai Lil was making the startling revelation to Jim that Lo Tung had been killed at her request. The thrilling adventures of Jungle Jim are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And now we continue our story. Jungle Jim is astonished at Shanghai Lil's startling statement of her part in the death of the Chinese messenger. He gets to his feet.
Good heavens, woman. Haven't you any conscience at all? How can you calmly tell me that Lo Tung was shot at your request?
Why not? What's there to get excited over?
The fact that you had a man killed in cold blood.
Oh, you're getting this all wrong, Jim.
Am I?
Yes. It was your life or his.
I have only your word for that.
I know. But I beg you to believe me.
Why should I?
Because I love you, Jim.
Yeah? But I wouldn't put it past you to color things up a little for yourself. Any way that would make it look good for you.
Jim.
Lo Tung seemed okay to me. You seem to know just how much he told me of his mission. Maybe you know the rest of his story, do you?
I know the whole story.
All right, let's have it.
I haven't the time to tell you now. We must leave for Shanghai immediately.
I haven't said anything about going to Shanghai. I'm not going to poke my nose into any trap.
Oh.
I might have been fooled by poor Lo Tung, but you can't fool me, Lil.
I'm not trying to fool you. Can't you understand? I'm absolutely on the level about this. You are wanted in Shanghai by the American consul, and I'll fly you there in my new ship.
I can't figure this out. What's the idea of suddenly putting yourself out for me?
It's not a case of putting myself out, Jim. That'd look foolish, of course. But it so happens that I'm interested in going to Shanghai myself.
Why?
I can't answer that, unfortunately. But since both of us are going to the same place, why can't we go there together?
Lil, I'm going to take a long chance that you're on a level.
You'll fly with me?
Yes.
Splendid. Come on, let's go.
I've got to get my stuff back first. Then I'll be with you.
Good. Oh, we'll have a great trip, Jim. And this way you'll be sure to reach the American consul. I'll be waiting in my plane.
Okay, Lil. We'll start as soon as I'm packed.
Come on, Jim. You go away?
Yes, Kolu. I'm off for Shanghai. Help me get my stuff together, will you?
Yes, it one, Jim. Kolu, help.
Okay. This is going to be the quickest start I've ever made. I've just got time to throw some things into my bag and I'm off.
Yes, it one.
Now, Kolu, see that? Say, I thought you were going to help me get my stuff packed. What are you standing there like a statue for?
One, Jim. Kolu been with you long time.
You sure have. And you've been like a shadow, too.
Kolu glad be like Shadow. Shadow never leave thing he shadow out.
Well, that's one way of explaining it.
Tuan Jim, Kolu been good boy to Tuan?
The best number one boy in the whole darn jungle.
Kolu give thanks, Tuan Jim. Kolu glad. How long Tuan be away?
I don't know exactly, Kolu. Maybe for a few weeks, maybe forever.
Forever long time, Tuan?
Well, that's the way it stands, Kolu. You see, they tell me I'm wanted in Shanghai. And where I'm wanted, I usually go.
Yes, Tuan Jim. Kolu know. How you go? Boat no come Burawani 3-4 sun.
Oh, Shanghai Lil is flying me there in her airplane.
Oh, but woman say she take you. She wicked woman. She no friend.
But she's promised to fly me to Shanghai. And this time she says she's on the level.
Please, Tuan Jim, me go too. Kolu be handy fella, maybe.
Say, that's a thought. 2 men are better than 1 when it comes to keeping an eye on Lily DeVril. Kolu, I'd be lost without you. Come on, start throwing things in my cases, and let's get going.
Meanwhile, Lynn Chalmers bravely guides the little motorboat through the narrow channel. She's never dared take her eyes from her course to look at the unconscious form of her father, the Reverend, nor her hands off the rudder to administer to him. Suddenly, she hears his voice.
Lynn? Yes, Dad. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm very weak. Where are we?
Just about through the channel, Dad.
You brought us through. Good girl, Lynn. I'm proud of you.
Oh, if only I could be of some help to you.
You are, my dear. You're bringing us nearer and nearer to Burawani and the doctor.
But I can't do anything for your suffering. How terribly helpless I am.
I'll try to hang on until we get to Burawani. Don't mind me, dear. Just Keep up your good work.
I will, Dad. I'll try my best to bring us through. Oh, if only Mother were here.
Your mother, Mary, God bless her. Many's the time she's carried on for the two of us, Lynn, and you're just like her, my dear. Lynn, dear.
Yes, Dad.
You must keep control of yourself. I think I have jungle fever.
Oh, Daddy.
Now. Keep up your chin, my darling. What's to be, will be. And if it is jungle fever, we've both got a long road ahead of us.
Yes, Dad. I know. I'm sorry. But if that's what you've got, we must hurry to Burrawani, where you can get medicine and hospital care.
There's no hospital at Burrawani, Lynn.
Oh.
I'm hoping to get to a doctor and then make a boat for the nearest place with a hospital.
If we make a boat, why can't we go to Mother?
Well, it all depends on what boat we catch, my dear.
The minute we get on that boat, Dad, I'll wireless Mother we're coming, and she'll meet us at the dock with an ambulance for you. You'll have the best nursing you ever heard of when I get you back to Mother. I bet she'll be surprised to see you, Dad. I say, I bet Mother will be surprised to see you.
Mary.
Dad.
Mary.
It's Lynn. It isn't Mother. It's your daughter, Lynn.
Going to be a great and glorious life, Mary.
Dad. Oh, Dad.
The poor, the halt, and the blind, Mary. They'll be my parishioners. The foreign field, my parish, Mary. What shall we name her, Mary? After you.
Dad, don't you know me?
In the name of the Father and of the Son.
Look at me, Dad. I can't take my eyes off the course to look at you. Look at me. Don't you know me?
Be a good girl, Lynn, while we're gone. No, I'll never marry you to that woman, Jim.
This is Lynn, your daughter.
May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from the other.
Hush, Dad. Hush. Save your strength.
You can do what you like, Lily DeVril, but I shall never perform the ceremony.
Don't use up all your energy like this. Please, Dad. Please. Just rest. I'll get you to a doctor somehow.
In the meantime, Patrick O'Shaughnessy Flynn and the police lieutenant accompany Bill Wyman as they rush to the house in which Mamba has barricaded himself after running amok through the village, shooting innocent people.
Hurry, Lieutenant. He's barricaded in that house.
We'll get him.
I tell you, he was a terrible sight, with the foam running out of the corners of his mouth.
Mad as a hound dog, eh?
Holy St. Patrick. He's a bad Injun to have around. He is.
Well, we won't have him around any longer than necessary if the lieutenant does what I hope he'll do.
That's right, Mr. Wyman. Now, let me through here, please. Let me through.
Yeah, what might you be going to do now, Lieutenant?
I'll order the maniac to come out and surrender. If he fails to comply, we'll have to go in and get him. Corporal, watch the back door.
Watch out, Lieutenant. That native's got a gun.
I'm ready for him, Mr. Wyman. You in the house there, open the door in the name of the king.
That is a nasty language he's replying in, Lieutenant.
So he wants to shoot it out, does he?
Yeah, be jabers, and he don't seem like no namby-pamby now.
Wow, that came pretty close to us. He's trying to pick us off.
Drop behind this hedge, men. I'm going to drive him out of there.
Well, I guess you finished him, Lieutenant.
Yes, it looks like it, Mr. Wyman.
Well, what are you going to do now, Lieutenant?
I'll go get that native, and then I'm going to have a few words with your friend, Jungle Jim Bradley.
Unaware of the impending visit from the lieutenant of police, Jungle Jim and Kolo finished their packing.
There. I guess that takes care of everything, Kolo.
Yes, it one.
Jim? Oh, Jim, I'm waiting.
Be right with you, Lil. Start to pile the stuff in the sky wagon, Kolo. This was in first.
Hey, Jim! Hey, Jim! Holy St. Patrick! I've run all the way out here to get here before he did. Has he been here?
Has who been here? Who are you talking about, Pat?
The police lieutenant.
No, of course he hasn't been here. Why should he be?
Oh, sure, and he said he's coming out here after making out his report about the sudden and third demise of that namby-pamby feller.
Member? Is he dead?
Dead as can be. You see, Jim, he was... Oh, holy, you better run for it, Jim. Here comes the lieutenant on the double.
Pat, I have got nothing to hide. Why should I run? I expected this little visit. Just go and tell Lil to get her engine warmed up. I'll be ready to take off in a minute.
Lil? You mean Shanghai, Lil? Hey, you're going to trust your neck with her?
Yes, Pat. She's going to fly me to Shanghai to see the American consul.
Well, what do you know about that now? The little lemon face gets himself all killed on account of you being wanted. And, well, what's going to happen next?
You're going to tell Lil I'll be right with her, that's what. She's waiting in her plane behind those trees there, Pat.
Bradley? Jungle Jim Bradley?
Here I am, Lieutenant, waiting for you.
I want to ask you a few questions, Bradley.
Oh, fire away, but make it snappy, will you? I'm in a hurry.
You reported the shooting of the Chinese Lo Tung, didn't you?
Yes, I was there when he got shot.
How did he get shot? That's what I'm trying to find out.
The bullet came through the window. The killer must have been in a big tree just beside the hotel.
Sure you didn't have anything to do with it?
Lieutenant, here's my brand of cartridge. I'll gamble my life it doesn't match the one you found in Lo Tung.
Let's see it.
Here.
Now let's have a look at the bullets in your gun.
Gladly. Here you are.
Well, it looks as if you're telling the truth, Bradley. These bullets aren't mates of the one that killed that Chinese.
I hate to say this, Lieutenant, but I told you so.
Yeah.
And now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a little date in Shanghai.
Well, Bradley, since I've no evidence to hold you, I suppose I'll have to let you go.
Hurry up, Jim. We should have left ages ago.
Sure, and what did you say to the lieutenant, Jim?
I simply told them the truth, Pat. And the truth will always make you free. Well, so long, Pat. Take care of yourself and that darling pipe of yours.
Sure, and I will that, Jim. And every time I light it up, I'll think of you, I will. Good luck to you, and I hope to be seeing you around here again soon.
Oh, thanks, Pat. All right, Colo. Climb aboard.
Yes, Citoyen.
You'll find your helmets on the seats, Jim. And they're fitted with earphones, so we can talk to each other in the air.
Huh? That's a great idea. Can I tune you out if I get tired of you?
That won't be necessary. I'll be too busy to gossip. Okay now?
Well, we're as okay as we'll probably ever be, Lil.
Then here we go. Pick those blocks out, Finn.
Right.
Well, goodbye. Good luck to you.
One, Jim. Look. Where? Oh, say, Lil.
Yes, Jim?
There's a plane following us.
Another plane? Has it got a purple triangle on it?
Yes. By Jove, there's one on each wing. Lil, what does this purple triangle mean?
What does the purple triangle mean, and to what new adventures will this mysterious symbol lead Jungle Jim? These dramatic adventures of Jungle Jim are based on episodes pictured in full-color action pictures appearing in the Comic Weekly, the big Comic Weekly distributed with your Hearst Sunday newspapers everywhere. In the Comic Weekly, a new feature is now presented each week. It is called Heroes of American History and picturizes the careers of great men and women in the story of our country. There are also all the famous characters who live in the world of color pictures. There's Bringing Up Father, The Little King, Skippy, Barney Google, the Katzenjammer Kids, and many, many others. Don't forget our date next week, same time, same station, for a continuation of the adventures of Jungle Jim. presenting the adventures of Jungle Jim. Last week, Jungle Jim was questioned by the police as to his version of how Lo Tung, the mysterious Chinese messenger, had been shot. Jim proved that the bullet which ended the envoy's life was not one of his brand. Then he climbed into Shanghai Lil's plane, accompanied by the faithful Kolu, and they started out for Shanghai. Hardly had Lil taken off when Jim discovered that they were being pursued by a plane bearing a purple triangle. The thrilling adventures of Jungle Jim are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And now we continue our story. Lily DeVrille's powerful plane zooms on in an attempt to elude the mysterious pursuer. Jim keeps Shanghai Lil informed as to its position by means of the telephone system in the plane.
That plane is still following us, Lil.
Good heavens, the purple triangle. We've got to get away from it.
Keep your eye on that plane, Kolu. I'm going to try to find out what this is all about.
Yes, it one, Jim. Kolu, look, see.
Lil,
Yes, Jim?
what's this purple triangle business?
The purple triangle is the insignia of your enemies.
My enemies? Why, I don't even know who's behind all this.
They know all about you, Jim.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Here, Wagam, almost here, Tuan Jim.
Huh? Well, so it is. Lil, they're catching up to us.
I'll give this crate all she'll stand. That plane must never overtake us.
Why? Why all this mystery business, Lil?
It's no mystery to me. I know who sent that plane after us.
For heaven's sake, Lil, don't keep me in suspense any longer. Tell me what this is all about.
Where's the plane now?
Just about the same position. What do they want?
They want to keep us from getting to Shanghai.
Why? What's it to them?
Tuan Jim, look.
What's the matter, Kolu?
Tuan, in air Wagam, yellow Tuan.
What? By Jove, Chinese! I say, Lil, the fellows in that plane back there are Chinese.
Yes, of course they are.
Well, I don't get this. A Chinese come from Shanghai to get me to go there, and now a couple of his own countrymen are trying to stop me from going.
It's very simple, Jim.
Yeah, so's everything when you understand it. I don't know that coming up in this plane with you was such a good idea. It begins to look as though I would have been better off taking the next boat.
Oh, believe me, Jim, this is the best way to get to Shanghai. We'll get away from the purple triangle plane, all right?
I'll believe that when we lose sight of them, Lil.
Well, here's where we lose them.
Like a roller coaster.
Oh, don't try to be funny. I mean, how's that for getting away?
Oh. Well, I don't see the yellow boys back there. I guess you did the trick.
Good. Now everything is all right.
Tuan Jim, air Wagam, over there.
Doggone, so it is. Lil, those devils must have stuck to us like a burr. Kolu has just spotted them on his side of our plane.
What? I didn't give them the slip.
Nope. Here they come again. As large as life and twice as natural.
Jim, are you sure your safety belt is fastened?
Yes, Lil.
How about your native boy?
Wait, I'll see. Yes, his is fastened, too. Why all the interest in our safety belts?
Hang on. I'm going to try to sound our plane out of the reach of those purple triangle men.
At that very moment on the treacherous river, Lynn Chalmers, her heart sick with the realization of her helplessness to ease her father's suffering, bravely sticks at her job of guiding the little motorboat.
We'll soon be at Borowani, Dad.
Mary,
You must listen to me, Dad. This is Lynn, your daughter. Mother isn't here.
why don't they see our signal, Jim? We've got the fire going, and the thick cloud of smoke started rising.
What are you talking about, Dad?
Jim, do you take this woman to be thy lawful wedded wife?
Oh, Dad.
And you, Lily DeVrille, you take this man to be thy lawful wedded husband?
No, she must never marry Jim. Daddy, she must never marry Jim.
Lynn, dear,
Yes, Dad. What is it?
it's time you stopped playing and went to bed.
Oh.
Run into the house, my little daughter.
Still in the past.
A wicked woman is an abomination unto the Lord.
Dad, you've got to save your strength. Please just lie back and rest.
Now abideth faith, hope, love. These three.
We'll soon be at Borowani, Dad. Then we'll get a doctor. Then you'll... What's the matter with the engine, Dad?
You killed that man, Lily DeVril, and society demanded payment.
Dad, listen to me. What's the matter with the engine? What am I to do with it?
I tell you, Jim, we need more men like you here in the jungle.
Please, Dad, please. You've got to hear me. What's wrong with the engine? Listen. Can't you hear it, Dad? What am I going to do if it stops? Oh, Dad, what shall I do now? Daddy, can't you hear me? Can't you see me here beside you? This is Lynn, your daughter.
Blessed is everyone that feareth the Lord and walketh in his ways.
Poor dear Daddy. If only I could make you understand. Well, I guess there's nothing to do but use the oars and row us. Heaven only knows how long it'll take us to get down to Borowani. But here goes.
Some hours later, we find Patrick O'Shaughnessy Flynn sitting on the porch of his cafe talking to Bill Wyman, the hotel manager.
Yes, sir. I tell you, Bill, it was the most mysterious piece of business that ever I see in all my years down here in the jungle.
Me too, Pat. I never dreamed that one meek-looking little China boy registering at my hotel was going to cause such a rumpus.
As meek as pie he was. Why, he looked scared to even speak up for his glass of beer.
But I don't understand how Jim Bradley came to be mixed up with the likes of him.
Why, he had a message for Jim. He told Jim that... hold on now. I was almost telling you.
Why, you old sinner. You know all about the whole business. Oh, come on, Pat. Spill it to me, will you? You can trust me.
Bill, I know you're as good a friend of Jim as I am myself. But I gave me word to Jim that I wouldn't say nothing to nobody about what the lemon face told him.
Oh, I know Jim didn't kill Lo Tung, and so does the police lieutenant. What harm can there be in letting me in on the secret? I won't tell anybody.
I know you won't, Bill, because you're not going to hear anything from me to tell.
Well, I can guess what the message was.
Can you now? Guess away, then.
And if I guess right, will you tell me that I have?
You don't think it likely now?
Well, all right. But I'll bet it's the reason why Jim left so suddenly for Shanghai with that Lily DeVril woman.
Who told you?
I was right. You ought to see your face, Pat. It's telling me I'm right.
I ain't one to lie about the truth. That I ain't, Bill. You've guessed part of the secret. Jim has gone away because of the message of Lo Tung. But for the love of all the saints, don't breathe a word of it to a living soul.
Oh, of course I won't, Pat. Jim Bradley is too good a friend of mine for me to open my mouth. But for Jim to go skiting off with that Shanghai Lil, that certainly tops everything.
I was upset about that myself, Bill. But Jim seemed satisfied to take the chance with her. And he took Colo along with him as watchdog. Betwixt the two of them, they ought to be able to handle her.
Tell me, who was in that second plane?
Second plane?
Sure.
Faith, and there was only one plane that went from Jim's camp.
Well, when Jim and his companions flew over the hotel, they were being followed by a second plane.
You don't say.
Yeah. On the wings and the bottom of the fuselage were big purple triangles.
Purple triangles?
They were just like the one we found tattooed over the heart of Lo Tung.
Saints preserve him. Jim must have walked straight into a trap.
Oh, I hope not.
That good-for-nothing beauty has vamped him into letting her kidnap him.
It sure looks that way. Shanghai Lil is probably in league with those purple triangle fellows and managed to capture Jim for them. Heaven only knows what's going to happen to him now.
Why did you have to tell me about them purple triangles at all? I'll not be able to sleep a wink until Jim comes back safe and sound. Or else writes a bit of a line telling me he's arrived in Shanghai.
I'd give anything to know what this purple triangle business is all about.
So would I. But I think I'm safe in saying that... Who's that calling me name?
There's somebody in that little boat out there.
Why, it's the Reverend's daughter.
So it is.
Hello! That I will. Come along, Bill. She's having trouble rowing that motorboat to the dock.
Yeah. Where's the Reverend Chalmers? He's not with Lynn.
Oh, Lord of mercy. What's happened now? Well, come along. Keep up the good work, Lynn. We'll be right with you.
Get a doctor! Quickly! Dad is lying here in the bottom of our boat. He needs a doctor!
Bill, do you hear that? Run and fetch the doctor.
I think we ought to get the Reverend out of the boat first. The doctor can see him at the hotel.
Oh, thank heaven we're here.
The righteous Lord loveth righteousness. No, Lily DeVril, I will not perform the ceremony.
Out of his head, is he?
He's been delirious ever since we came through the Narrows. Oh, Mr. Wyman, won't you please run for a doctor?
Well, I'll get your father up to the hotel first. Pat,
Yes?
get down into the boat and hand him up to me, will
Yes,
you?
that I
Now,
will.
easy now.
Yeah.
Now,
There you
help
go.
me get him up on my back.
There you are.
Oh, Daddy.
Now, don't you worry. Patrick O'Shaughnessy Flynn will take care of everything.
Where's Jungle Jim?
Why, bless you, Jim left for Shanghai hours ago on a secret mission.
Oh, dear, I'm too late. And I needed his help.
I'll help you, Lynn.
Father's very sick. I must get him to Mother in Shanghai. I thought Jim could help me.
I can do just as well as Jim. Better, because I'm here and Jim ain't.
Oh, thank you, Pat. Mother will be able to nurse Dad better than I can.
She can that, and she will soon. There's a boat leaving for Shanghai tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Shanghai Lil continues her attempt to escape her pursuer by stunting her plane. Jim tries to watch out for the plane bearing the mysterious purple triangle.
Have we lost them, Jim?
I can't see them now, Lil.
Come on, Jim. Hey, Wagam, come. Look.
Yep. There it is. They're still with us, Lil. And say, that plane is armed. I can see their machine guns. Lil, get going. They're firing tracer bullets at us.
Suddenly, Shanghai Lil's plane rocks crazily and goes into a spin, dropping swiftly toward the ocean below. Can Shanghai Lil pull her plane out of that spin and escape from the purple triangle? The adventures of Jungle Jim you have just heard were dramatized from incidents pictured in the Comic Weekly, the big Comic Weekly distributed with your Hearst Sunday newspaper everywhere. There is a new and unusual feature presented each week. It is called Heroes of American History and picturizes the careers of great men and women in the story of our country. In the Comic Weekly, you will find all the famous people who live in the world of color pictures. There's Skippy, Bringing Up Father, The Little King, Toots and Casper, the Katzenjammer Kids, and many, many others. Don't forget our date next week, the same time, same station, for a continuation of the adventures of Jungle Jim.